Welcome to Emilak Online Tutorial. Now let us consider these questions in limit of a function. And it says evaluate the limit of 1 minus cos x all over x raised to the power of 2 as x tends to 0. And number 2, the limit of 1 minus cos 4x all over 1 minus cos 5x as x tends to 0. Now as we solve this, we'll be encountering some functions that has its original rule or formula. Now some are like this, that limit of sine x all over s as x tends to 0 equals 1. Okay, and in trigonometric identity rule, where we have 1 minus cos x, now this should give us 2 sine square into x minus 2. Alright, so these are the two rules we might be using, but another one might actually come up, so I don't know. Okay, now let us solve the first one. Now number 1, now this whole expression here is given as this, so we can rewrite this function as this limit of 2 sine 2 square x over 2 then all over x square as x tends to what? 0. Okay, now recall here that this is part of the rule that when we have that says the limit of sine x over x as x tends to 0 equals to what? 1. Now let us now find a way to resolve this function that will give us sine x all over what? X. Now take note, our x here could, here you can see it is x all over 2, so our x here is the same as the square of what? X over 2. Alright, so for us to resolve this here, we can say this is a limit of 2 sine square x all over 2 all over, then how do we get x square? Take note, these are 2, square x is the same thing as saying x all over 2 all raised to the power of 2. Okay, so which is also the same thing as saying x square all over what? 4. Okay, now since this is at the numerator here, now let us look for that term here. And how do we get this term here? Now in this case, for us to get this term from here, from this term here, what we just need to do is we say x raised to the power of 2, take note, over 4 times 4. Okay, so this term here becomes this term, for us to have this term in this term. Okay, I don't know if I'm confusing you. Alright, here we have x over 4, x squared all over 4 at the numerator as the term that represents x. So we also look for a way of deriving x raised to the power of 2 all over 4 from the denominator. But here we are only having x raised to the power of 2. Now for us to get x raised to the power of 2 all over 4 from x raised to the power of 2 is to divide x raised to the power of 2 by 4 and also multiply by what? 4. So when we eliminate 4 from the numerator and denominator, we arrive at this. So at the end of the day, our denominator here will now be x raised to the power of 2 all over 4 times 4. Okay, so take note as x tends to what? 0. Alright, so here we can now bring out 4 and 2. Here you have 2 all over 4 limit of sine sine square x all over 2 all over, you can x raised to power 2 then all over 4. Okay, so as x tends to what? 0. So here we have 2 all over 4, the limit of, take note, this same thing as saying sine x all over 2. Let me just put it that way. So here you have x raised to power 2 over 4, then all over x raised to power 2 all over what? 4. Okay, and now according to this rule here, that sine x all over x equals to 1. Sorry, as x tends to 0 equals to 1. So our x here is now being represented by x raised to power 2 all over 4 and x square raised to power 2, x raised to power 2 all over 4. So this whole function here equals 1. So here you have 2 all over 4 times 1, which is what? 2 over 4, which will give us what? 1 over 2 as the final answer. Alright, okay, so now that we've gotten that, now the next one, which is this, now we get to solve that one. Now take note, earlier I said 1 minus cos x will give us 2 sine square x all over what? 2. Now this is just a trigonometric identity rule. Okay, so from this case here now, which is similar to this, so we can say that the numerator here, okay, let me just, I want to see if I could manage the space here. The numerator, okay, let me just say the numerator here will give us, following this rule here, then here we have 2 sine square. Now 4x is actually the x, so we have 4x over 2, 4x over 2, then all over 2 also here, 2 sine square into 5x all over 2. Okay, and this will give us, let me just write the function here. You have 2 sine square 2x, then all over 2 sine square 5x all over 2. Okay, alright, now after solving that, okay, so here we proceed. So here we have, you can eliminate this and this, so we are left with sine square 2 square, then all over sine square 5x all over 2. Okay, now let us resolve it to this form, or to this rule here. Now at this point here, we can say this is, take note, this is something as saying sine 4x square all over 4x square times 4x square, then all over, then sine, here you have 25 and 14, 25 and 4, so here you have 25 x square all over 4, okay, then all over 25 x squared all over 4 times 4, no sorry, over 25 x squared all over 4. Okay, right. So now at this point here, take note, as this function here sine 4x raised power 2 over 4x raised power 2, same thing as here, which is what, as x tends to 0 equals to 1, the whole of this also will be 1. So you can bring it out here. You have 4x squared now all over 25x squared all over 4, limit of sine 4x squared all over 4x squared all over sine 25x squared all over 4 all over 25x squared all over 4. So as x tends to what? 0. Take note, the whole of this, which is similar to this rule, equals to 1. The whole of this, the denominator, which is similar to this, where x is 25x squared all over 4. Okay, so all equals to 1. So here, as x tends to what? 0. So here we have 4x raised power 2 over 25x squared over 4 times 1 all square, then all over 1. There's everything is 1. So we are left with 4x squared now times 4 all over 25x squared. X squared will eliminate, so we are left with 16 all over 25 as the final answer. Alright, if you love what I've just done, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and ensure you click on the notification button to be notified of all my videos in physics and mathematics. Thank you and God bless you.